Good morning, everyone. I'm out here on my back porch. The day is heating up already, and it's another scorcher today. I think every one of us is looking forward to a time when rain will once again fall and give a refreshing drink to this very thirsty and parched land that we're living in right now. As I was walking today along the trail, this verse of scripture came to mind from 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 17. For the Lord is Spirit, and wherever the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. For the Lord is Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. Freedom is a word that we think of as the unrestrained, no restrictions way of being able to live life and do whatever it is that we want to do. But in reality, we know that that's really not freedom. Freedom has more to do with being in union, in concert with someone who has gone in the path before us. For instance, when we brought up our children, we would say, play in the yard, and you can play anywhere in the yard, climb the trees, whatever, but the sidewalk is a boundary. Don't go across the sidewalk onto the road. That's dangerous. And so they had full freedom to do whatever they wanted to do in that parameter. But if they said, well, if I'm free to go here and I'm restricted from going over there, then I'm not really free. So therefore, I'm going to go there too. And they cross the road and potentially get hit by a vehicle. And they realize that freedom that they thought they were getting ultimately landed them in deep trouble, accident, injury, perhaps even death. Spiritually speaking, sometimes we look upon the freedom that Christ gave us as license. Now we can get to do whatever we want to do. But the reality is that freedom was bought with a price. And he asks us to, in the same way, Jesus asks us to lay down our lives daily to pick up our cross and follow him. So if I am laying my life down in preference to Christ, then the freedom that I have is fully linked and joined together with who he is and what he desires to do in and through me as we together walk along that path. When I begin to be distracted by other things and I unlink myself from that union with Christ, then I no longer have freedom. I might have license and go and do all sorts of things. I know that Christ will still love me, but it's not really operating out of the spirit of freedom that the Lord gave me. It's operating out of my own human desire to do what I want to do, which is the antithesis of what Christ came to show us and what Christ ultimately did for all of us. So I hope as you think upon these words that you will consider the fact of how has God brought you, invited you into freedom together with him, and that you'd find much joy in the freedom that you have walking alongside with him, his spirit living in you and through you expressing himself to the world. God bless you, church. You're prayed for today, as always.